The thing that confused me is you asked him as if you don't know, but you just committed your relationship with him on air. So shouldn't you already know that?
That's true. Well, we sleep in separate beds. We're very 50s.
Oh, okay. I love Lucy.
Yes. Yeah. You like Brady's. You know.
G. Ward or Wally.
You were a little hard on the beaver last night. Just saying.
Good for you. Good for you.
Now, where is this going?
I have no idea. But anyway, you know, I feel like Stone Sour fans are really loyal.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we give them a lot to be loyal for, to be honest. I mean, you know, we've kind of set the standard as far as like when we release an album, they know that they're going to get not only something that is just to the best of our abilities, but they also know that they're going to hear something from us that we've never tried before. You know, we're going to push the boundaries and try different things and do new things and try different styles and try and go above and beyond with it. And they know that from my standpoint, I'm just kind of wearing everything right on my sleeve. You know, that I'm going to give just as much emotion, as much passion to it as possible. Plus, we do go above and beyond for our fans. You know, I mean, we do meet and greets every night with them, but it's not like a
sign through.
I mean, we go out and I mean, usually whether it's 2 or 20 people, I mean, we spend time with them, we talk to them, because that's the foundation. You know, that's how you cement that relationship. You know, so to me, it's worth it because that's how a band, you know, that's how they get longevity. You know, that the fans are the only ones who are going to carry them into history.
Absolutely.
If you can't go above and beyond for them, they're not going to go above and beyond for you.
No, it's 100% right. One thing that you did say is boundaries, and every band talks about moving beyond their boundaries, and boundaries is something that can be defined differently depending on what genre of music you are. But what is a Stone Sour boundary? What is a boundary you had to go past?
I mean, it's pretty.
I don't think that we have any.
Weird. Yeah, I was going to say we've pushed it quite a bit, especially in the last couple of albums. You know, I mean, we on Audio Secrecy, you know, we kind of went for not musically, but almost like the vibe of like a Led Zeppelin 3, where it was a little softer, but it still had some good stompers on it. You know?
Right.
With this album, you know, we really wanted to get a little more orchestral, you know, and try to kind of give that musical score kind of vibe to stuff, you know, which we had never really had the time to explore before. You know, so I think the sky is kind of the limit with this band now. I mean, we're kind of getting away with murder, you know. So to me, I mean, it's going to be really exciting to see what challenge we kind of step up musically for.
Yeah, I mean, we've had hits on pop radio, but then we've also, you know, have #1 songs.
Your
obviously
first hit was on pop radio, if I'm not mistaken, with Bother.
Correct.
Yeah, well, Bother was, but then Through Glass was a massive hit.
That was
on all it really crossed over.
And then, of course, metal radio. I mean, we do very well on that too.
And we've always really tried to pay attention to both as well. You know, we try to represent it because we're not a one-sided band. We have so many different depths to what we do.
Oh yeah, and if you can cast that net wider, I mean, the better situation for you guys, absolutely, both financially
it makes it
and
funner. I mean, otherwise you just paint yourself in the box and then you know they're
writing the same song for 20 years.
For that's not exciting to us.
Right.
And there's honestly, when I think back of making this record, there's a sense of or a thrill off of just being the experimental side of just doing new stuff that we hadn't done before. You know, not in today's world. I don't think any bands are willing to take the chance. I mean, there's the chance of failure.
Right.
In today's world, you know, and nobody's willing, they want to bank on what they know they can do, you know, and with us going into this record, I mean, that was what I think made the record, was there was that sense of, well, you guys can't do a concept record, you're, you know, a active rock band or whatever they want to paint us as, you know, we're just a rock band that can do many different things. You know, and that's the greatness with this group, and I think that's another reason why we have the loyal fans, because I think there's always been a pureness to the stuff that we write, that it's really us, it's not a record company behind the scenes telling an artist what they need to write.
Fairly common these days.
Exactly.
We're a band that we're not afraid to wear our tastes on our sleeve, you know, we're just right out in the open, and that kind of steers us in the directions that we want to write as well. You know, I mean, you got Josh who writes, you know, really great, intricate, heavy stuff. You know, you got Roy who even knows where his music comes from. I mean, it's really cool, but good Lord, like just to step into his head for 10 seconds, it would probably feel like a rave.
Roy's good for some quotes. That's for sure.
Really is. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm good for quotes? What do you mean? Well, my wife likes my quotes. You don't like my wife?
I can see that too.
That's forever.
I remember that. Like, this guy's got personality.
Oh, he's got it in spades, my friend.
But
that's what's cool about it, you know? I mean, and it's also comes down to the fact that you've got 4 very distinct and very different personalities, you know, and we throw it all in a pot and just see what happens. You know, sometimes it's amazing and sometimes it's not, but you know, at least we're trying. You know, we're not towing some kind of formula that it's so tired it can't even get out of bed.
Right, which is exactly what a lot of people are scared to get away from because they're scared they think they'll lose the money basically.
Yeah, and then people wonder why, you know, rock music is so derided half the time because it's, you know, people are so used to the status quo, and we say screw the status quo. You know, do what you want.
Exactly. If you didn't feel that way, I don't think we'd ever hear from the Corey Taylor beer junkyard band.
Oh, Jenny Cavey, yeah, that experiment.
But yeah, I mean, it does take a certain level of, you know, I don't want to say bravery, but willingness to not follow the dollar, to get out of that mold. And so I just wanted you to expand on boundaries. And you even slipped in a plug for your friends in Papa Roach with Getting Away with Murder there. I saw how you settled it.
You like that? You see what I did?
That was not any
You're not dealing with just any random genius, okay? You're dealing with this genius.
Tell me we're not a band that's going to say the same speech to the fans every night.
It depends. I mean, you go with what works, man.
I want to hear you speak Farsi tonight.
God, I'd have to wake up. Well, I'll go upstairs. I'll take a nap during set change.
Arnold version of that.
I don't even know where to start with Farsi, for Christ's sake.
I don't either.
No, you know, I mean, you got certain beats during the show that elicit a response that, you know, you can kind of play with and whatnot, and you try to make it fresh, but at the same time, go with what works.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, David Lee Roth has been saying the same for 30 years now, and it still works because he makes it fresh. You know, he pulls you into it. You know, I mean, it's not like I'm up there doing improv every night. It's like, I need a little help, people. Somebody give me a word and then give me a situation.
Although I think you might be good for that.
Yeah. Oh, well, I can probably hold my own, but you know, I mean, it's a show, you know, and even the stuff in between is part of the show, you know, and it's all the way you elicit it. If you just if you were just up there kind of reading from a card, people would just say, well, this guy's a phony, you should just get the hell out of there.
Well, we did a show the other night, and this is kind of why I touched on that. We did a show the other night, not going to mention who the band was, but they've got, you know, you guys probably have in-ears, but they had the monitors up there, and they had pieces of paper, and like scripts written out of exactly what they're going to say.
Are you kidding me?
The headline band, and I was like, oh dear Lord, like please.
Okay, if I ever.
That's what I was talking about.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a good sized band. Like this is not a small band of any measure. And
you know what? Once these cameras go off,
we might let you know who this is.
I'll figure it out.
He might punch me in the face otherwise, but no. Anyway, we appreciate you guys coming on the show. We're gonna see your live set coming up very soon here from the Midland and a sold out Midland here in Kansas City.